folks, and it is Brian with Foxfire Armory again. And please, please ignore the fact that I am batching these videos currently to get you guys some content, because I finally have some free time and I'm going to try to get some content out for you. So without further ado, we're going to go into this video's talking points, and that is going to be what you have to look forward to in the grocery stores in the coming months. And I firsthand have already been seeing what I'm going to talk about here in a minute. The first is going to be, obviously, inflation is driving prices up. So things that you know that you need, or you know you're going to need, or things that you use for daily cooking, whether it's flour, whether it's sugar, make sure that you're starting to, I shouldn't say stockpile, but purchase that stuff if you know you're going to need it, and to either store it if you're planning on long-term storage, or yes, if you know that you're going to be potentially seeing shelves bare, like I just saw this past weekend when I was out shopping, maybe it is time for you to do a little stockpiling if you haven't done so already. So those of you that are in the prepper community and are already doing this, you know, you buy a little bit extra here, a little bit extra there. That way you're getting a little storage, a little stockpile built up as you move along. But for those of you who haven't started doing that, please don't rush out and just buy everything that's on the shelves, because it's not going to do you any good, especially if you don't have the stuff to store that for long term, right? You're basically just screwing everyone over at that point. That's what panic buying is, and we don't like that. So what you should do is start buying the things, buying a little bit extra every time you go to the grocery store. Obviously, if you can afford it. Grocery prices are going up. I think it just cost me an extra $60 on a grocery trip that I just did, which should last me about 2 weeks. Just standard groceries, right? Very basic standard groceries. So watch for that. That most likely is going to continue to keep increasing as far as prices are concerned. The bare shelves, I'm assuming, are going to continue. The logistics sector is still a nightmare. China just closed a massive port on their end. It's one of their largest shipping hubs. We have the debacle happening with Afghanistan, the border crisis we got going on. The world is a mess right now, and it is just being seen everywhere. Now, this is not to fearmonger. This is not to tell you that you should start prepping and the end of the world is nigh. No, this is telling you that if you're the provider for your family, or you are the main, I guess, caregiver for your family, whether that's cooking, cleaning, whatever, you really need to start thinking about these things long term, because inflation is here to stay, folks, and it's not going down. It's not going to go down anytime soon. The fact that the Biden administration just locked in a price increase for food stamps, that pretty much says it all. And inflation is here to stay. So keep that in mind every time you're making trips to the grocery stores. If you have cheaper options, you don't need to buy that name brand, that may be the way to go, so you can buy extra, right? Things like canned meats, canned vegetables. If you have children and you need canned fruits, make sure that you're storing those and getting enough of those to last you potentially through, like we're seeing currently in New Zealand and in Australia, another set of lockdowns. Because the reality here, folks, is what we're seeing in New York with the vaccine passports and other stuff, we very well could be in another lockdown situation here in the next few months in the United States. I'm going to pray that that does not happen, because I think it's ridiculous, but c'est la vie, it is what it is, right? So, grocery stores are not looking great. Hopefully by you they still are. By me, they're kind of not the best right now. A lot of things are just not being restocked. Other things are slow to shelf. Part of that obviously is the worker shortage, and we are, where I am in southern Wisconsin, we are seeing really bad. Who is it? Rust-Oleum, and there was another company that I drove by the other day. They both have signs that they're hiring for plus $20 an hour wages with signing bonuses, and they can't find workers. So if you're watching this video and you need a good paying job, and you're not one of those lazy ones who just wants to live off the government and those of us who do work and pay taxes, let me know, because I will hook you up with these companies. They need workers. So that's about all I have for you with this one. Until next time, thank you.